Welcome back, everyone. So today I'm going to be building a terrarium. I'm going to be turning this small glass globe into a fully functioning terrarium equipped with springtails and isopods for cleanup. So to start off, I'm going to be taking these clay pebbles. These are often used in reptile enclosures for drainage. I'm going to pour them all in, so that way whenever the water comes in to water the plants, it does not flood the soil and just make the soil dirty and gross. Because that will cause a lot of bacterial growth, and in the end will not be good for your terrarium and will not allow it to last long. I'm now getting some soil as a substrate for my terrarium. It has coconut coir mixed with cypress mulch and sphagnum moss. I'm just going to be, and also sand. I forgot about that part. That was to aid in drainage. I'm just going to be spreading it out, kind of patting it down, and I'm going to go get a little bit more from my container that I have it in. Alright, I got a little more, and I will dump this in. I'm going to try to slope it towards the back. And keep it relatively low in the front. Next, I will be taking a bed of moss, and I will be covering the soil in this. I kept the back open for my plants that I will be putting in a moment. Next, I'm going to be doing a little bit of the hardscape with these rocks that I have. I found a few nice little stones that have a little bit of moss growing on them, and I just think they'll make for a nice piece in this terrarium. You know, I'm going to slide these back here a little bit more. And I have this small snail shell I might be using. Probably not, it's a little too big with the rocks in there. Alright, next I'm going to be taking these Parlor palm trees. I took these from my water dragon's enclosure. She's had them growing in there. And got a little a chopstick I'm just kind of using to dig down into the soil so that I can place these. I think I'll do them one at a time. So like I said, these are Parlor palm trees. For those of you curious, they do very well in terrarium settings. However, they can grow pretty tall. I have some in my paludarium that I've got going. I have some that are, I'd say, about a foot tall looking at them. So they can grow pretty big, so you gotta be careful for that. That's why I have an open top terrarium. And so that way these three trees can grow. I will now be taking a little bit more moss and placing it in here just to cover up the roots. Most of the roots are already covered in soil. I'm just covering up the dirt, is what I meant to say. all the while I'm holding onto these palms, so that way they don't tip over. Looks pretty good. I'm going to be playing around with a small lucky bamboo that I have. Just kind of seeing if it'll work in this. You know, I really like that right there. I would put it back here, but with the curvature of this terrarium, I'm not sure if it's going to work out. I think that I might put it right here. I just like that. So with this individual plant, I'm going to be trying to get it down pretty low into the drainage layer. Now the reason behind this is because this plant does very well whenever the bottom half of it is submerged. However, whenever its entirety is submerged, whenever the whole plant is underwater, it tends to do okay for a little while, and then it will get too much water and dry out. Or not dry out. It'll just get too much water and die. So now I'm sloping the moss down so that way you can see the whole thing. And I think I'm going to be adding this Tillandsia. It's very healthy. And I'm going to be kind of placing it around in here until I find a spot that I like. I'm really liking it right there, but I kind of feel like too much stuff is on this side, and this side's a little bit bare. But I kind of want to keep these palms centered for the most part. I don't know, I think it looks pretty good. So, I am now going to be watering this, just with a little water. I would normally spray these, but just right now I'm watering it with a cup. Alright, it's going to need more water, but right now my spray bottle's empty, and I'll spray it later. But a lot of times whenever you spray it, it will fog up the glass, and I don't want to have it fogged up for the video, just so you guys can see them. So it's got a little water on the glass, which that'll happen. But alright, I believe now it is time to add in the cleanup crew. So, excuse me for just one moment. Or you know what, hold on. Okay, I paused while I grabbed my cleanup crew. So in this container, with this dirty water, I have a whole bunch of springtails in here. So, cool thing about them is they float. So all you gotta do is dump them out of their container and into here. So these will eat up any mold that is growing in the terrarium, and they will help out to clean everything up. These are decomposers, for those of you who aren't very familiar with terrariums or reptiles, or whatever it may be. These will decompose the environment. And in here I have a whole bunch of dwarf white isopods, which are basically a tropical roly-poly. These will eat up any decaying plant matter that will not be healthy for the environment, so these will eat it up, and then when they defecate, it will be fertilizer for the environment. And so I believe I'll just make a couple little finishing touches. There we go. It's looking pretty good from here. And here it is. I believe that my terrarium is finished up. So here's a view from above. It's a little bit dark, but here it is. Looking pretty good. Oh, and also, one of the natives, one of the locals is here. A little frog. Alright, so if you've made it this far into the video, I want to thank you for watching. As always, like the video if you enjoyed it, comment, any comments I'll get back to right away, and if you haven't already, you can subscribe to see more of my content, and I just hope that you all enjoyed. Have a great day, and God bless you.